Hey everyone! Today is all about makeup, so I am going to be taking you through a tutorial and showing you how I created this look. I think for me, in moments like this, it's important to recognize that I can be going through really difficult emotions, and it's also okay for me to seek and experience joy. That was actually advice from one of my friends, Eva, and it has really stuck with me, and it's something that I've been carrying with me on hard days, on better days, and everything in between. I wanted to say thank you to BeautyCounter for sponsoring this video. I have loved BeautyCounter for years, and I've been more familiar with like their skincare and body care products and have really loved those. And I think just with skincare in general, I have made a lot of changes and I've swapped out non-clean products for clean skincare products, and now I'm doing that more with my makeup. So I'm excited to show you what I'm using, how I'm using them, how I use them in this tutorial. Okie dokie artichokies, let's get into it. Is that the transition? I guess it is. What am I gonna do with myself? Alrighty, starting with clean hands, the first thing I'm going to use is the BeautyCounter CounterMatch Adaptive Moisture Lotion. So my face is clean and I put on some toner and serum, and now I'm ready for moisturizer. And I've really been liking this and the version of this lotion that is made for all over your body. So I actually have the body lotion in my bathroom right now, and I love that it's really hydrating. So this is supposed to provide 24 hours of hydration. It sinks into my skin really nicely. It doesn't leave me feeling too shiny or too dry. I just feel really balanced. For eye cream, I'm going to be using the Bobbi Brown Extra Eye Repair Cream. And this has been one of my go-tos for years. I just love how thick and creamy it is. It's super, super hydrating, and I love how it sits under makeup. So I feel like this is one of those eye creams that I just always end up coming back to no matter what. Now, I know I'm spending a lot of time inside and it might seem like, well, you can just skip the sunscreen. I do not skip sunscreen even when I'm inside, because there is incidental sunlight coming in. Like, I'm sitting in front of a window right now and it's a sunny day, and I'm also exposed to a lot of blue light too. So I am going to be using the BeautyCounter COUNTERSUN Broad Spectrum SPF, and I really love how this is water resistant for up to 40 minutes. And it's light enough to put on your face, so I'm just gonna use like a little bit. And it also helps to protect from the effects of blue light. So, you know, being on screens so much, it can affect pigmentation on your skin. For me, it definitely makes my skin more red. So now that I've been on my screens much more than usual, I feel like I've just noticed more redness, especially right here on my face. We know where we're going from here. It's time for some eye primer. I know I started off with skincare today, but you know, the makeup always has to start with the NARS eye primer. This might be one of, if not the longest relationship in my life aside from my mom. Whoa, that's kind of crazy to think about. Oh my gosh. My longest relationship aside from my mom is this eye primer. That struck a whole new chord with me. I think I'm gonna keep my eyes pretty simple today. I'm gonna go with Laura Mercier's Caviar Eye Stick in Caramel, because whenever I don't know what to do, this never steers me wrong. It's kind of almost exactly my skin color. It just adds really subtle depth in my eye area, which I am into. Plus they're super easy to apply. I don't want anything too shimmery on my eyes today, so I'm actually gonna use the bronzer from this Laura Mercier palette. It's the La Palette Naturelle, and I'm gonna be using the bronzer right here. And I usually just lightly brush this over my eyes. It's just a little bit darker, I think, than caramel. Now I'm gonna move into putting makeup on my face. So I have it on my hand and I'm just starting. Oh shoot, I didn't put primer on. As you can tell, I am a little rusty with putting makeup on. For primer, I'm going to be using the SMASHBOX Minimize Pores Primer. I usually like to focus on the center of my face first and then work my way out. Wow, I'm already just feeling a transformation with this, and I haven't even done that much with my makeup yet, but just putting on a nice moisturizer, some eye cream, some sunscreen, I feel like I'm coming alive. For tinted moisturizer, I'm going to be using the Beautycounter Dew Skin Moisturizing Coverage Broad Spectrum 20. So this has some zinc oxide in it, just like the sunscreen that I put on earlier. I'm gonna just put this on my face, and I like to start in the center with my tinted moisturizer and foundation too. Now I'm gonna use a beauty blender to blend this in. I really love how this feels on my skin. It's just really light. I feel like it gives really nice natural looking coverage. I feel like at this point for me, I just like things that make my skin look as natural as possible. I like to be able to see my skin through my makeup most of the time. This is definitely my vibe. And if you watch my videos, you know I'm so incredibly particular about tinted moisturizers. So the fact that I'm into this one is a big deal for me. My tinted moisturizer is blended in, and I'm going to use a little concealer under my eyes. This is the Beautycounter Touch-Up Concealer Pen in the shade Light. Just gonna dot a little bit in the inner corners and blend it out. And I normally go with a shade that is lighter than my skin color, just so I get a little bit more brightness underneath my eyes. Under eye concealer is another thing that I'm pretty particular with. Like, I just kind of stick with the same ones, and this is a newer discovery for me. I feel like it really just transforms and brightens my under eye area without being thick and heavy. I really just feel myself cheering up, which I feel like I really needed today. And it's so interesting how doing my makeup can just completely shift the mood that I'm in, having a focused awareness on what I'm doing. So let's see where my mood goes from here. I'm gonna go with Urban Decay Chill, and I'm gonna spray a little bit of this all over my face to just no, not yet. For blush, I'm using cream blush today, and this is the Beautycounter Color Pinch Cream Blusher in Hibiscus. And I'm going to start with a little bit of this on my fingers because this is pretty pigmented. And you know me, I can really just go the extra mile with blush. What made me actually want to try this blush is my friend Carrie. So I remember like years ago, we were on a trip together and she was like obsessed with a Beautycounter cream blush. I can't remember what shade it was. It might have been this one, actually. I've never forgotten that because she just used so much of that blush and used it every single day. And so now I'm like, you know, I'm a cream blush kind of girl. Let me try it. Now that I've tried more cream blushes, this one is for sure on the easier end to apply, because sometimes I feel like it can just really go from 0 to 100 real fast and you weren't even trying to do that. Now I'm going to set everything with a setting spray. This is Urban Decay Chill, and I'm gonna lean back so it doesn't get on the camera. So I'm just gonna go way back here and spray it. For setting powder, I am using the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder, and I actually have an interesting system for this. So this comes with a little puff for the powder, but it's really small, so I transfer it to a bigger puff, from puff to puff. And then I just press this into my skin all over. And it definitely minimizes the look of pores for sure. Oh, my brows, my least favorite part to execute, but my favorite transformation. I'm starting with the Benefit Brow Gel to kind of get some shape. I use this as kind of a guide so I can see the general shape that I'm going for. I feel like my eyebrow hair is going through a regeneration cycle because I just have more gaps than usual, and I'm just gonna notice that and let it pass and not be mean to myself, because that's not gonna do me any good. While that dries, I'm going to curl my eyelashes a little bit. Actually, why be a daredevil and use the mirror that's far away, Ingrid? Just use one that's much closer. And then for mascara, I'm going to be using CoverGirl Plumpify. And I have something to ask everyone. Something that I had noticed about CoverGirl Plumpify like maybe a few months ago is that when I was in drugstores, like maybe around Thanksgiving or Christmas, I had a hard time finding CoverGirl Plumpify. I didn't see it in drugstores at all. This could very well be my last tube of CoverGirl Plumpify, which I am deeply sad about. For filling in my brows, I'm gonna use Glossier's Brow Flick, and this is in the shade Brown. And this has been my go-to brow product. It just makes filling in my brows so much easier than before. And I like that this kind of creates a lighter line. Brows are complete, and now I'm actually going to put on a little bit of highlighter. This is one of my favorites. It's from Flesh, and it is the Pinky highlighter. So I'm gonna put a little bit on the corners of my eyes, the inner corners. Love me a good inner corner highlight. This is another one of my long-standing relationships. And then I'm going to put a little on my cheekbones here, just above where my blush is. And last but not least, lips. I'm going to be using the Beautycounter Color Intense lipstick in Garden Party. And this name just makes me really happy. It's this bright kind of watermelon color, which I think is super fun. I love these lipsticks because you don't need to have a lip balm on underneath, so they're really hydrating instantly, and you get so much color out of them too. All right, this is the finished look, and I think it is something that is 100% me, a natural looking complexion, a bright, fun lip. And I also really love this lip color because even though I'm at home, it doesn't mean that I have to just wear like nothing on my lips. I can totally wear a bright lip and have nowhere to go except staying at home. That is it for my tutorial today, but before I go, I have a little giveaway for you guys. So one person will win all of the Beautycounter products that I used today. All you have to do to enter is leave a comment down below and tell me one makeup or beauty product that you have really found comfort in, or calm or joy in. I would love to know what is bringing you a sense of quiet, calm, or joy. I will have all the details for the giveaway in the description below. And just so you know, there might be a little delay with shipping due to everything that's happening in the world, but we will be in contact with whoever the giveaway winner is and keep you up to date. I have to say that I thought there were products in my makeup routine, like my under eye concealer, that I thought were irreplaceable and nothing could ever be better. And now I've been proven wrong by Beautycounter, because that is my new go-to under eye concealer. And I'm loving this lipstick, and I love the tinted moisturizer. I'm a happy camper. And I have to say that sitting here with all of you and playing with some makeup is definitely a little slice of joy for me today. So thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for just your presence. Take care, and we'll talk soon. Bye, everyone.